Going to Walmart today, and they're kind of recommending, they didn't do this before, they're recommending now that people wear masks. So I asked one of the guards standing outside, I said, is that a recommend or is that like mandatory? He said, recommend. So I said, yeah. So I went back, got my mask, even though it's not mandatory. Dealing with stares of everybody saying, well, you're trying to kill everybody. But tell you the truth, I just got one of these. I'm not going to make one. I've had these laying around for grinding and stuff. And, once if you're breathing and you're walking, the virus particles have a chance to go by you. But if you get them in these masks, it might not be in your breath, but if it goes in a hole, it's stuck in your mask and you're going to breathe it in no matter what. Compared to if you're just walking freely and it goes by and you're not breathing in the air and it just goes by and you breathe in after it goes by, you're fine. But here, this traps them inside and you breathe it in no matter what. If you like it or not. They think, well, it'll stick to the outside, it'll filter through. You have to have you're talking molecular level of freaking, I don't know what the micron, how big the micron is. You'd have to have a mask. Even the mask you breathe in, what's a micron level on that? And the gaps in there. If you're breathing in, there's gonna be more air going through that one gap, and who's to say where the particles are? They think it's safer. So I think that's kind of, I'd rather have wind blowing it away from me, because I think most of these are caught in like areas where there's no air movement. Here in Iowa, it's windy all the time, and now I don't know who's getting it. Probably people that are staying at home and getting it from contract with people that are living with them. They go out and get the groceries, come back, and that's how they're getting it in still air. Whereas if you have movement, it's going to blow it away, and I don't know what, tear up the particle, knock it against a tree or something. Anyway, that's one thing. Another thing is, I go in there and I buy grapes, because I'll give some to my rabbit and then I'll have to eat them. And I'd rather have the pink. The red ones, they don't really have much flavor, and the pink ones, they got a little more flavor than the other ones, I think. Or rose, I don't know if they're rosé or pink. I don't know what they're called. Kind of in between the white and the dark black grapes. No, they're not black grapes. They're blue grapes, but they're almost, anyway. So, and my rabbit likes white grapes, so that way I don't like. All they had was like the dark red grapes. One bag of those in-between grapes, and I'm not going to grab the last bag because I don't know, they could have, who knows what they did, but they drug it along the floor and said, yeah, let's sell this to some idiot. Anyway, so I bought a bag of white grapes because my rabbit likes white grapes more than the other grapes. And I'm not so fond of white grapes. So I bought the white grapes, looked down at the price, and they're twice as much as the dark grapes. So I'm calling racism. So now white people have to pay more if they want to match grapes with themselves. I guess that'd be stupid too, but I'm just saying they're charging more for white than they are for dark. So what's that all about?